neighborhood. You go to legal talk show, you get to dissect legal intricacies and legal jargons for the common Mwananchi. My name is Colines Muyeku, but you can always opt for CM, and this is Law in the Neighborhood. As usual, we have a very educative show lined up for you. We have a lot to update you on. It's our second episode, so sorry for inconveniences. But thank you so much for the support. All those who view our content, we are the reason as to why we keep on working hard to upload more and more. You are our incentive, that is the fact. Na wale watu wananipatanga kwa streets and they give me live comments. Simwende tu comment section maze. Ingia tu comment section uniambie mambo, unaniambia usinipate kwa streets, unaniambia aje. But anyway, we appreciate that. Please, if you've not clicked that subscription button, go ahead and click it. Share, tell a friend. Juu kuna mambo mengi sana ya kisheria tunawafunza. Without going further, leo Jaga yuko hapa na sisi. He's having few meetings hapa na pale, statistics hapa na pale. We wish him all the best in whatever he's doing. But next week he'll be here with us. As usual, I'm always joined with a beautiful team of future legal minds in the house. Nyiha kwa hapa na leo tuko na mgeni kwa studio. But before tukaribisha mgeni, Nyiha kwanza kwa salama, how has your week been? Do you have a Valentine's? How much should I ask you out? Sasa kukasirisha, and I'm asking you, can za kwa your Valentine?
By the way, as a matter of fact, I'd like to put this out there. Love is a scam.
She's talking young. Bro, I feel like you're just talking from a point of being heartbroken.
Being bitter.
Yeah.
Who told you?
From a point, bro, just
maybe I'm aiming to be a successful woman, independent. Hashtag male free. I'm just kidding.
No.
It's like going on DMs, like it's getting too serious. Like, I mean, either way, my week has been. So on a Monday.
Yeah.
Where, starting off. Not really sure about the strong. I'm starting off strong. Don't really know about that part. But either way, we are alive, we are healthy. And that's something to be grateful about.
I feel like being alive is a miracle, man. Not everyone is alive, man. So I just appreciate the fact that I'm alive, man.
Inakwanga, like, my number one. Inakwanga to, like, the only prayer I think I pray daily. Like, I just thank God for life. Yeah. And a nice life. Like, sometimes you just see people living and you're not even supposed to be ungrateful. Yeah. Because like you're in school, like you're learning, you're alive, you're healthy. At least like I'm not in like wheelchairs or something. I'm in it's called the ICU.
Yeah, I'm a hospital in Chubadu.
So like I just thank God for life, for a very beautiful night to be discussing law. Yeah. Something that's
educating Mwananchi.
Yeah,
and that's the point.
Yeah.
So we promised you this legal talk show meant to bring those in the legal space, law students and other legal experts. And as I said, today we have a guest with us. He's a law student, an upcoming legal mind, soon at a field, a professional field. So these are show that nurtures those talents. Inasaidia watu kujieleza, and today we'll be hearing more from him. Labda introduce atuambie ni nani. Atuambie tu few things, atuambie tu ni nani, ambie tu the neighborhood family who he is really. Karibu sana mgeni wetu.
Sasa, I'm the mgeni leo. My name is Innocent, na niko really glad kwa hapa. In a really nice opportunity to get to talk more about law, you get to understand more about law. You already see, we're still learning. That's what I could educate others. So, two-way traffic, I'm sure one day talk to now to comment section and be something I don't know.
Exactly.
Hopefully, I get another chance to come back.
Yeah.
Don't angalia comment section. For now, I'm a guest. I'm really grateful in the opportunity nimepata. And yes, nashukuru Mungu na I have a Valentine and like my other you can Mungu, but I'm grateful. I am grateful for that one.
That's violence to me.
I have hope for you guys. Hadi nyinyi pia, you know. Hadi me was luck. A bit of luck. A lot of God.
So yeah. God.
Yeah.
God.
Yote ni Mungu.
Iko poa. Innocent, most of the people we invite kwa show who are law students, There's one question you always and nakonga too so curious. Like, why will you choose law and not other disciplines? Why law and not medicine? Why law and not engineering? Why law and not any other discipline? Like, why is it law for you, man?
It was law for me to first. The grades were not that up for medicine. But in all honesty, the way I did Nikiwa High School, bio was not my thing. But I really loved history. I really loved history out of history class. Like, used to nafuata the mwalimu wa history tunaongea about the French Revolution. I was just a kid to collect form 2, form 3. So nikaangalia what's something close to what I love. History, law. I never did theory. For my own personal reasons, siwezi sema hiyo.
Also mention theory nikakumbuka kuna mtu aliamka theory hapa.
Sasa naweza ongelea. So naweza kuwa honest, the reason we drop theory because the last exam, so you do an exam and then the next term ya form 2 na drop something like I got an 18. And then I let it go.
Sweet.
No, if it's not in you, it's not in you. You just let it go.
Bro, what do you mean? You've been
I would rather put kumbe niko half.
No, sawa.
I mean Sunday school, bro, every Sunday, and then you get 14.
What wakisema mass? Mimi niko hapo na complain theory because like what do you mean?
I didn't do theory, but I could have never failed theory. I never got below 90, man.
Collins is just trying to flex about academic progress. Like for 2-3 years ago, man. Let it go.
But
let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
So law is like law for me is an opportunity. First for money. You know, drive someone, you know.
That's total honesty, man.
You
That's total honesty.
He's
being realistic, man.
Innocent for president. Like, what do you mean?
Realistic.
I won't steal your money, not a lot of it, but I will do work.
You'll work for it.
Yeah. So thing is, I did like do law nikifikiria I want to save. What do people say? I did law. I want to fight for human rights.
For children.
Yeah, that comes with the job.
Yeah.
Yes, something you do, you will enjoy it. Personally, last Sunday I got the opportunity ya kwenda Kitengela with you guys. The last really great opportunity. I got the experience to advise someone under supervision ya an advocate. And the first case ilikuja, I didn't know anything. The second case I didn't know anything. The third one, I helped a guy out. Really feel nikaa nimemsaidia. At the end nikaa aliona nimemsaidia. And then it gave me that satisfaction. Nikasema, yeah, I made it for the money, to help myself, my generation, my family, my kids in the future, na familia yangu. But then there are some people out here wako really trained, like wasa wameshikiliwa really down, wako in somewhere in society that hawawezi come up. There's one thing niliambiwa nika notice yenyewe, the way society is built is really unfair. Do you think kuna rich people in jail? Yes, they are, but think about the majority of people wanakwanga huko ndani.
I now get see kila mtu huko. Okay, majority mnyonge ana haki.
Majority of them wako really down. Some people maybe wako na opportunity ya kulipa to get out, but they can't. Don't have the money. Start telling mseme mwenye wanaenda kulima mahindi wapate pesa ya food, lipa 100k. The man hajaisikia that much money kwa maisha.
Man, it's impossible.
So I learned that law for me is to build myself first, build my family, and then at the end of the day help society out.
That's so grateful, man.
Yeah.
That's total honesty. Anyway, I ask kila mtu hiyo, but yeah, you've heard from Innocent, so we go direct to our hot of the bench today. And yeah, as usual, hot of the bench, we look at one of the latest cases that are intriguing, and we get to digest them. And today we're looking at the case of Nziru and 11 others versus Kenya Kwanza Coalition, Azimio la Umoja, and other interested parties. Do you know one interesting thing about this case? I've never seen a case with many interested parties so far. The cases I've read, it had almost 10 interested parties that participated in this case. But as usual, I'll be giving you brief facts and then tuning. So this case literally inaongelea tu, it is about article 108 of our constitution of Kenya. Ukifungua hii kitabu article 108, it talks about let me just get the exact words because it's so easy. Basically article 108 inaongelea about the political party, not political parties but party leaders in parliament. So as you know, in Kenya, in parliament we have a hierarchy. There's the speaker, then the majority leader, then the minority leader. So how does a majority leader come into place? A majority leader comes into place after the winning party, not the winning party, but a party with more parliamentarians gets to elect one member to be the majority leader. Then the second party with the biggest parliamentarians get to elect the minority leader in parliament. So in this scenario, it was between Kenya Kwanza and Azimio la Umoja coalition. So these are coalitions, they are not individual parties. So Kenya Kwanza, as it was said, it had 152, 161 I guess, parliamentary seats. Then Azimio la Umoja had roughly 171 parliamentary seats. Those are the rough figures. Yeah, 171. So this is what happened. Vile tumesema, the party with most parliamentarians inapata the majority leader position. So we had 15 parliamentarians walikuwa kwa some parties, and then walikuwa persuaded, I think, na Kenya Kwanza government, without the registrar of parties being involved, wakatoka Azimio and then they joined Kenya Kwanza. Ndio Kenya Kwanza ipate a majority number for them to gain the majority leader position. So the question was the process of these 14 members who transferred from Azimio la Umoja to Kenya Kwanza legally done? And now, how does the judiciary come in and try to solve this case? So few legal issues came into play here. Number one, we know there's something called separation of power, in that we have three organs of government, and these three organs of government, they should work in a way that no arm of government pokes nose into the other business of the other organ. So judiciary is not allowed at any point to poke nose into parliament's business. However, judiciary, it's a safeguard of the supreme land of law, which is the constitution. And then it can only come in when these two organs are doing things arbitrary to what the constitution provides. And in this situation, the Speaker of National Assembly had taken matters into his hands. Ameamua nitaongeza Kenya Kwanza my MPs ndio wapate hii cheo. And that's the dispute ilikuwa. And then the court's finding was this: huwezi sema tu umeamka asubuhi umesema my MP nimewatoa hapa nimeweka huku. It's not making sense. There has to be a due process, and the due process is we have coalitions. So if several parties are coming into play, they want to vie for an elective position. If they are forming a coalition, they have to write down their expectations 3 months before the elections. And then if they are doing it after the elections, they have to do it in 21 days. And they have to send the agreement to the register of political parties. So this was happening after the elections, and it's never happened. So if at all kungekuwa a clear way that these 14 members walikuwa transferred from Azimio to Kenya Kwanza legally, ingekuwa so easy. But the fact is, there was no traceable evidence that linked register directly to this, in that how could receive any documents to verify the change of political parties. Nyiha, did you, after reading the case, what you got and what are your views on the whole issue?
So my views are, this is very constitutional, by the way. I'm thinking with in regards to the constitution, So already there's an outlined process. We have the process of how the members are supposed to be transferred. Like hamkatazi hadi transfer.
Yeah.
There is a process for it. Like there's a process for it. But this is where you find the abuse, the clear abuse of the constitution. Because you see some people persuading others to like negate the nature of the law, the constitutional law, and they're trying to do things their own way. Like it's literally a no-brainer. That's just abuse of the constitution. And I think it's very disheartening to see that this is the state of things in our country. Then there's already the procedure, Article 108.
Yeah, Article 108.
Article 108, they talk about it. There are other provisions which
The
talk
political
about
parties,
it. There's an act.
yeah. Political parties.
So there's literally guidelines for how the process is supposed to be conducted. And you decide to wander away from the law. So what I got from the case, you have explained the facts already and basically the legal issues. So that issue of like going arbitrarily,
Umekula nini leo?
chana na maisha yangu.
Umekula nini leo mzee?
Should I call it constitutional disrespect? I don't even have a name for it. And it's like, this is to our viewers. Kama uko pale, you want to become a future leader. Also to you guys, just respect the rule of law.
Very key, man.
Because sasa if they could have just done things, 21 days is somewhat, like you have the option. You know, it's another thing if you are trying to find loopholes to shift you guys, like there is no provision. But literally there are provisions, but you just decide to do that. It's very wrong. And vitu kama hizi, they just make me so vexed because the country...
You're vexing.
I'm vexed. Sijui niachie hapo before Subaru on my way home.
I keep on saying taki nisikie tulipenda Nyiha.
Nyiha.
I keep on saying that.
At the River 1. Tulikuwa na Mlolongo 3.
Until the last time tulimwona ilikuwa hapa na hapa.
Hapo Kenya, kwa police station.
Akisema stories za coalition, no. Me disrespect the law.
Mtaki kusikia mambo ya mtukufu.
Hey, watch hapo please. I'm just 19, I can't die right now.
You're getting emotional.
Let's
hear Innocent state.
Innocent really on the case. What are your views on
So I read the case and it made me think. Come a finance bill in Kenya, there is law and then there is politics.
Thank you.
So people tend to mistake politics with law. So in this situation, it is really clear. There are steps in place for the process, for the due process that you're supposed to follow. It's not something illegal to do, to change. But obviously, politics being brought into the situation, you obviously know that people are persuaded to change sides. You don't change sides unless you benefit.
Ilikuwa so weird. Nilikuwa nasoma speaker hiyo final judgment yake. Azinalikaa tu chini akamua. Nyinyi wawili mmekuja kwenye kwanza. So kienyeji man. So kienyeji.
You know, you expect someone to be put into a position. They have to fulfill certain qualifications. So that means he knows what he's been doing. Alijua chenye anafanya.
He's a lawyer.
He's a lawyer.
Our speaker, he's a lawyer.
He knows the law. But politics and personal interest persuade you to overlook the law. And most of the time in our society, in Kenya, people tend to put interests out and politics most of all over the law. We have the law in place, ndo watu follow. And the reason tuna feel ni kama we're being left behind kidogo is because the country is replacing politics with law. Like wanachukua hiyo place ya law, waneka politics. So it makes you think, wali change sides. They stayed there for a while before the case started. So they passed law. It makes you think, what does like hiyo law ilikuwa passed by the majority, most laws that were passed by the majority, what does the law yenye iliekwa, is it right? Most of the time maybe if they're on the other side, the decision whether the law was to be passed or not ingekuwa very different. So the key, like the key thing we get from this case ni don't put politics over the law.
Maswali yangu ni the very able leader of majority Mwananchi. What is it?
Nimekumbuka kuna mbali. Sisi watu wa iPhone. Tunaonekana hatusafa. Please, I have 20 bob in my M-Pesa. I'll go and fight against that finance bill. Hadi this year.
Sasa ndio nauliza.
Viva June.
Ndio nauliza place yake ni gani? I've seen people speculating about finance bill to this year. Na nimesikia itakuwa mbaya kushinda the last, but it's okay. But sijui itakuwa aje. KK government has been in place for half their term. Na amekuwa party leader. Not party leader, majority leader. So sijui itakuwa aje, but in Kenya last year tuliamka tu asubuhi tukapata tuko na a new DP. So
man.
Sijui azini Kenya siku hizi vitu zinafanyika tu.
Na dai tu ni jam.
Zinafanyika tu. So watu unaweza pata tu ni yani ni sawa tu, wanaweza sema tu okay ni sawa, Peter Silas unakuwa majority leader. And that's it. Things just happen, man. But hata sijui
hata tu ni sawa. So kama basi ampe like nakuwa part of the politics. But you know when we went to school in secondary tulikuwa around uko Mumia sister, and that guy ako from there. So you hear stories about someone, most of them maybe they are true, some are not, and you start to wonder, is this guy serious? Is this someone you want to put to be a leader? Someone to toa community yako from where it is to uplift it. That's why people go na wanakuwa leaders. That's not why Kenyan leaders do it, but that's why unafaa kuwa a leader to uplift your people. Not kuenda kuwapatia like 200 per person kwa soko.
Nasemanga
actually that issue ya 200
inaniumanga,
like inakuanga very, if you think about it, no one, me personally, I can't even give you like 200 for free. Come on, they'll have to get that money back, and that is where you don't think about it.
Ozomi usema aje, as a country I feel like at this point most of us tunafight the wrong war. The war inafaa tukue tunafight sahi ni ujinga. Ile ujinga ya what do you mean akili yako iko worth 200 na akili yako iko worth 10 million? Bro, nikikupea, unajua I usually use this simple logic, innocent. Imagine wewe uko na hustle yako inakupenga 200 daily. At least uko sure, okay chance ni 500 daily. Uko sure ikikuwa mbaya sana nipatie 300 au 200. Uko tu sure. Lakini sasa innocent nitokee tu mahali, si ndio? Nikwambie uende ufanye reading kwa duka mtu fulani and then nakupea 500. It's only for today. Lakini unapatanga 200. And then you're going to do that. Na sasa tunaenda kufanya it's those are people wanajaribu ku liberate kwa situation uko ndani. But you still go arbitrary to what they're doing and you go there to goon. Kitu ni man, inaniumanga sana, like why are you not looking, as in mimi ukikuja kuniambia niende kuvunja duka mtu kama ni pay 2 million hakuna haja kwenda kufanya hiyo. Who needs me more than the other? Niana nihitaji mimi ndio nahitaji. Nana nitafuta.
It's a very sad state of affairs, because like unavunja mtu duka, we are all looking for that. We all have families to feed, we all have children. Like let's just take humanity, like let's bring actually being human back, because I can't imagine you being paid to break someone's place when you actually.
Unajua Nyiha, people tell me ati people do that wanna justify poverty that I just can't justify poverty.
And that is why you remain poor actually. Imagine, because even I don't know, like if you believe in, like imagine things like the world is just like circle, everything goes round, comes round. Like you can't expect to be that. As sijui niite what kind of behavior is that?
Me if I have to do it, you have to give me a lot of money, man. I have to remember there's jail time.
Red card yangu ni 2 million.
They have to up it, man. Give me 5, man.
No, I'm coming for your character.
No.
What to give me fun. There's
Acha
jail time.
nikwambie, there is nothing, inafikanga place like, don't let, the Bible says money is the root of all evil. It does say that.
I know. Okay, Nyiha kitujaribu kusema tu ni.
I get what
they
you're
shouldn't
saying.
be that low. They
But
shouldn't stoop that low, man.
Atacha high. Drew, our political leaders have been bought with millions. Where si ndo unasuffer? Yeye anasuffer na salasi wake.
I'm not from there, man. That's one thing I learned about kila mtu from Nairobi.
I'm not from Nairobi.
Discrimination is everywhere, man. Two-way traffic. I have to do
Mimi
it.
kama mtu ametoka Butere, nikitoa Nairobi, like, ajana ya upgrade.
Watu nimetoka South Mugirango pia.
Pia
Tuko
mimi
well
huko,
represented.
sinatujua.
Do you know where South Mugirango iko by the way?
Mimi?
Yeah, South Mugirango.
Shago, huku nione uko, like, what are you talking
Iko
about?
county gani?
Wewe iko hiyo county. Mimi nimetoka Butere Mungu.
Anyway,
Unajua.
kitu tu mimi najaribu kusema ni I think as a country we should be fighting your civic education. It's one thing people need to get.
Not fighting against it, but like basically being advocates for it. Yeah.
Juu tukifight ujenge itakuwa so usikia wakisema mzinga kirevuka sijui mwerevu kwa matatani or something. As in the moment, you've not heard of that.
Well, they say that.
My Kiswahili ni majizo. Wahenga kidogo
Wow,
alikuwa my
what do you
side.
mean mwerevu anatetemeka? Labda tuseme mtapeli. Kwa alikuwa anateka advantage of your life. Because what do you mean? Natetemeka nitaenda wapi?
Mazaribu kudismiss my uhenga.
But hiyo uhenga yako, basically the point ni mkiwa hapo na like your grandparents, badala ya wao kukukelelesha ati sijui uko na tattoo, we catch me and tell them about this. Leave my tattoos alone. Listen to what I have to say, because literally 2027 is almost here with us. Mshaanza kuona the political
pressure.
Watu washaanza
nangoja leo ni date? Leo ni 10th, 21st nangoja Murima itupe announcement.
What? Usiguze Murima. Tafanya niamke hapa na kutaenda vizuri. But basically everyone should literally take that as their own responsibility, as a true patriot. Mimi na watini niwaambie, na nimeanza kusema sahi, if you're viewing 2027, if you know me like personally, if you won't vote, I'm just cutting you off. Cause like, what do you
Why
mean?
you not? I think you've insisted that I didn't get into it.
And I'm telling everyone, like, if I know you, I'm just telling you. Because we are being the new, like, we are the new people coming in. So we are fighting for the kind of government and how, when the economy flatlines, is it low degree, is it too? Nakwambia tutakuwa hapo window foreman wenu. Alafu because like we have the degree but like nothing is moving.
Nothing is working.
The elites took their place. So we'll have like, in the words of my former lecturer, he said, is it 10 billionaires and a million paupers, which is a very, very unfair state of affairs. So basically, civil, mimi kuanzia kesho, like I've literally taken it as a personal responsibility. For anyone I meet, mimi sahi my first stop is politics. And pia those babes who are saying that, politics is not my... Wacha nikwambie, inflation, hamtaweza kuweka your nails, your lashes.
Nyiha, what they don't understand. Okay.
The significance of politics.
No, I was watching this clip and it was so educating to me. A professor came into class. I put that to class randomly and he said, Innocent, toka kwa class yangu. And then the classmates didn't say anything. Didn't say anything literally. And then akauliza 10 seconds later, what I did to your classmate, is it fair? And then they all said, it's not fair. And then akasema, you see what happens. If it's not affecting you, it's not my business. If it's not affecting you, it's not my business. But you're not getting the fact that if it may affect, it will always find a way to also affect
everyone. Like,
it's the thing, man.
That is what, like, people should bring back basic humanity.
Yeah.
Like, because that's so unfair. Mkona to the basic relationship of being, is it like cosmates or something? Actually, I'm taking it to my personal responsibility. Sijui jina za cosmates wangu kwanza kesho.
Okay.
As I go honest, I go to class every day. I know like 10 people in there.
Aya, watu sasa hapo mmesikia wakiconfess vitu mbaya mbaya.
Lakini you know it's not a bad thing. I don't have to know your name to empathize with you. The only way to get out of this situation is like empathize with your name.
Oh yeah.
It hurts, it inamuumiza you just have to try to understand. Hey man, this guy is hurting. Today is so inaweza kuwa mimi man. So you try to help each other. We try to make ourselves to uplift country yetu at this point. Unajua kitambo I never used to care about my country and I don't like but say you unajua you're in the seat yenye una understand that you have to change the system. Those with power have to understand those who don't have power and feel aje. That's the only way una help someone else. The decision you make affect someone mwenye ana kitu more than it affects you. If the prices panda juu, to be honest, the way tunalipa this school fees, you know, your parent at home, after you feel, but maybe just a bit. There's someone around area yenu man. Hadi ungeikipata a bit kiasi, a guy will cry the whole year. Venye, man, economy, Ruto. So if this new generation, we just have a chance my elections. You know, right now tuko na the ability to vote. So, you know, kitamu tulikuwa tu we don't care, tunajua tu tunataka kujua nani alishinda, nani aliwin. What's the drama about it, was the politics. But now everyone out there, you have a chance. Ikifika 2027, take the power into your hands na change society yako and country yako the way you want it to be. You have to go there and vote.
I think umesikia that imekuwa a very educational session and the key takeaway home. The case had a lot. Just because of time we won't dive into all of it. There was something to do with IBC, there was something to do with supremacy of the constitution and other few things, but today we won't dive into all that. It is a recently decided case. You can just look for the full citation Apo EKLR and read it. Anyway, we're taking a short break. When we'll be back with our legal bulletin. This is Low Neighborhood at Shine FM 99.9. Keep it locked. Love you.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, this is Low the Neighborhood. You go to Legal Talk, so we get to dissect legal intricacies and legal jargons for the common Mwananchi. My name is COLINES, Colines Miku, but you can always opt for CM. And please, if you've not clicked that subscription button, go ahead and click it. Comment, now tuachie, tell a friend, basically. So, yeah, today, tumesema Jack is not around, but kueducate Mwananchi still goes ahead. We wish him all the best. Next week, atakuwa na sisi hapa na shughulikia mambo mbili tatu as I said. Today tunaongelea a very critical area in our Kenyan laws, and that is to do with our security staffs. Now, as we all know, ikifika roughly January, February to March, there's always recruitment of police officers. It has had a long history that those who join police forces, there's a bit of corruption in the process of hiring. And recently, there's a case in IECC, what is it called? Anti-corruption? EACC. So EACC is investigating the corruption allegations that is facing the police recruitment services process. They're asking, does corruption start at the hiring stage? As in, tukisema police force is so corrupt, does it mean the whole corruption begins at the hiring stage so that it is just perpetuated? It's something that when you get into police, you got it there, perpetuate it, and unaifanya till you leave the force. So there's so many controversies regarding that. It has first few mixed reactions, but I just want to mention something. Last December we had we had some new provisions zenye zilikuwa. Before that, I'll also talk about the reform that we had back in 2023. So last December, they had paused the recruitment. They had freezed the recruitment this year due to budgetary constraints. So there wasn't to be recruitment this year. However, I think the freeze was lifted, and then we have the recruitment. Back in 2023, we had a commission formed and led by the former CJ Maraga, and there were new suggestions made, such as increasing at least the entry grade to police force to be a C- from B+. And then we have also those joining the special police units, the cadets, the entry to be lifted to be a B, and other provisions. So this is just to help at least bring in new brilliant minds, at least kidogo something. But Nyiha, sijui point yako, your views ziko aje regarding the whole process? What do you think?
So the main issue is the corruption, which is it, how deep is it rooted in the police forces, like I mean basically across all police forces. So I was going through an article, it's called the Kenya Times. Actually, I'm even like going through so that I don't quote the wrong things, and the statistics are disheartening.
Really, man?
You can't even imagine, because what do you mean we are talking about 75%? Do you know 75% you'll say
91. So it's not even decreasing, increasing.
Because that's an A, like bro. My love business association is just envying that statistic, because pale mimi na sitataja nilikuwa na nini, lakini it's just wondering.
It's more of Kenyans are very well educated when it comes to corruption. Tuna score highly.
What do you mean that is 75%?
Wait, you know last year ikiisha
unataka tu kuenda na Subaru. It's okay, come
say right down there. Hapa hivi we can walk there. I can take you there.
Just kupeleke tu vitu.
It's on your way home. Takwata pale tuambie stay with this guy after some school.
But yeah,
but it was a very
well
in corruption.
Yeah.
Like I didn't nilishangaa why number 2. Like I mean we can't run up for who? Pewe mtu namba moja bana. Like it's very disheartening. Like this is how deep corruption is actually rooted in the police forces. Now, sasa it's so disheartening when you find that the recruits, you know, those requirements are not placed there for like hazikuwekwa hapo tu for the sick. Because sasa surely Maina na 5'2" feet yako na 47 kilograms unaenda pale KDF. Do you think I feel safe? Like we're all body positive. Yeah, but like on a serious note, it's very disheartening. Those guidelines are placed there for a reason. For them to be accepting bribes. For sasa unajua you even putting those people's life at risk. Because for you to sit down and come up with such requirements for the army is not a walk in the park. Trust you me, I live we have a place in Gilgil. I know ata shushamu naka Gilgil. And my parents are members of the Gideon. You know Gideon's Bible.
What's that?
Hamjaileta nini za Gideon.
Yeah, I know.
So tukienda huko NYS kupeana hali huko si kwa watu wako na mchezo. So wewe ukienda hapo with your 4'7" height, your 42 kgs, because the limit is like 50. It's 50 for I guess the female, and like 55 for male. When you're like deliberately unaenda unalipa pesa zako unajua, you'll also suffer as an individual. You meet grown men crying like the training. I'm not like, I'm like serious.
I only know about NIS from stories. Sijai enda, like from stories, not from someone I know personally. So the guy tells me, man, namka asubuhi, hizo stuff za kusiji kuamka. Crazy hours, unapiga boots zako hapo rangi unaweka kwa nini. That's the way man you watch movies, you see when the soldiers are
on TV.
It's real. Alafu
and it's even worse because like
unaweza simama sijui wanasimama parade ground for like almost 2 hours, 3 hours standing there.
Wallahi.
Parade ground, yeah, they're just standing there. but mi nafeel ni kama hawa watu they are very important for national security yetu.
Man, very.
They hold down the law.
Yeah.
Unajua kuna judiciary yes they enforce it and but sasa hao ndo the real enforcers wako hapo chini. So I feel ni kama for them if we have the best people down there then we won't have big issues. Unaona?
Yeah.
So for our watu you go there unajua nasikia they are really strict. You go there una menu ya kutosha, you have extra wanakwambia man hadi mimi niko na like I have like extra tip sasa unaanza kushangaa. So the guy mwenye ataambiwa go back home juu uko na meno extra ataanza kusema sasa mimi nijuaje wazazi wangu wako wanafaa kuning'oa meno ni extra. It's not like simple yake yes but sasa he has the passion any passion maybe that's the only job anaona anaweza kuwa good at. Tuko na people who love this country, people wenye wako genuinely wakitaka kuingia the police force KDF and they want to help out. But sasa maybe some of them hawana the qualifications and sasa wataingia hapo and then wataambiwa go home and then sasa watangoja recruitment ishe watafute the guy wanze kumwambia man hi please this is the situation home sijui nini I can't go I need to help out my family and then the guy mwenye ako hapo hataki kusikia hizo story hizo tu ni baba kwake once had cash so you give him cash ujamo mwenye ako na 32 nini ako hapo hivyo ana stand at 5 foot atakutana na massive criminals out there he won't do anything man. Ye kazi yake ni kuingia. So that guy ataingia the police force. Yes, atasaidia familia yake, but
he's not helping
us. You join not for your own sake, but for the sake of the country.
Yeah.
So that's guy jamaa ataingia hapo ndani. We need our recruitment to hold your sector down. We need strong people, good people. And here the problem with corruption is we have good people, strong people, very smart people when you are called there. They have the passion to join the army. I didn't when I was in high school.
You used to?
I was really serious. I told myself.
You're not late. You're not late.
It's gone.
You're not late for that.
It's hard for me to come at 6:30. You think I'll make it there, man? So I wanted it. I didn't go to high school, man. I just need to get a good class.
For Jeshi.
Ni join Jeshi, man. Nipatiwa a good rank as a cadet. Ni like go then nilikuwa nasema maybe even if I go there what any place like also aviation wanaitwa
cadets
wa
ni auto tumesema lazima kuna
so nilikuwa nazoea man I find myself there and gonna fly planes man protect the country when back home benefits are really good the benefits are really good the respect you have for yourself fight for your country out there keeping someone safe but even I ajui maybe ajui na keep safe ajui like this but wanakusaidia so they just tunahitaji ourselves keep it strong and for those police officers wenye wako already corrupt and wanna put those new recruits into the corruption if you go into an organization na things are not good and if you try to make things good now when you dog they squeeze you so that's not what you need wajaribu to change that now hold it down
story ya corruption Kenya we could even take 5 hours to just broach the whole thing but that's it for our legal bulletin. Give us your views what you think about the whole police recruitment thing and the corruption. If you've experienced a scenario where you've maybe paid for maybe your son or someone to just join the police, then it didn't go well, you can as well just hapo comment section tuambie kulienda hivi na hivi kaoshwa. Jova people pia wanaoshuku nje vibaya sana
hapa. Hiyo ni tabia mbaya bado kulipa. Like where is the patriotism? Just a minute. I think the way Innocent has said the point about wanting to serve your country and like you have all the qualifications, like it's a very sad state of affairs, especially if you're like already qualified, the physical, educational, everything. It's a very sad state of affairs because our watu are locked out, and for those who are not like physically endowed with the requirements, to like join the army. If you really want to serve your country, there are other ways to do it. You can, because nowadays in this era of online activism, there are so many ways for them to do it. So if you're there, you're watching, maybe you didn't meet the weight, height, requirement or anything, just don't lose hope. Yeah, especially kwa online activism. We need you guys. Tunawahitaji.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, thank you. We'll be back in a few with Legal Curiosity. Stay tuned.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, welcome back to your favorite legal talk show where we get to dissect legal intricacies and legal jargons for the common Mwananchi. My name is Colines Mwananchi, but journalist up for CM. We're getting into a third segment where we get to give you a fun fact about law that you didn't know exists, or rather knew about its existence but didn't know about its applicability. And Nyiha today, she's around, atuambie what she has and how that happens. Nyiha, uko na yapi leo?
So for today I have a very, very, very interesting topic. And I feel we need to have, like, sijui a whole day for us to discuss this, get questions, because it's a very interesting topic. Today we are going to be talking about adoption. I don't know if any of you has the dream to, or has the, let me tell you just a very brief like story. I have this kid called Steve who, like, he was my friend. He's my friend actually. He's like, I guess 8 years right now. Yeah, I really wanted to like take that kid when I make it and stuff. You can imagine how disheartened I was when I was going through the law and then I find I have to have a 21-year-old difference with Steve for me to be able to adopt him. Funny thing, I'm not even 21. I'm not even like the actual 21. But anyway, most of us have very many questions. Which children are eligible for adoption? Who is eligible? What can you do? Who isn't? Yeah, what can you and what can't you do? And so, because we have a very short time span, I'll just send you to the Children Act. There's I guess the most recent one is for 2022. There's a Children's Act for 2022. And from section 183 to 216, they have provided 83, sorry. Yeah, 83 to 216. They have provided for like the nitty-gritties of adoption. They've gone into detail. When you read that, basically, that is where most of the adoption stuff like is found. Apart from now, there are constitutional provisions which will now like relate to like the adoption process. So I guess what really caught my eye was, first off, that 21-year-old difference. To be honest, I didn't really know about that. There's also the issue of which gender can adopt. Like, for example, if you're male, can you adopt a female child? You know, that also can be a question. If you're female, can you adopt a female?
Mi naweza kubali tu ni adoptiwe saina. Bora 21 year age gap.
Sasa wewe sasa unafaa kukistrive kwa adopt Collins. Nini?
Hata mimi ni mtoto bado. 21 year age gap si mbaya.
Sasa mimi you call them cougars.
No.
Nina digress.
Anyway, niko hapa. Mimi najua kuoga. Sisumbui.
Collins shwali.
Unatimaki tutakupeleka hapo hivi. Opt out for adoption.
But see, it's only me takachukua adopted na mama. Nimesumia tamzuri mama.
So yeah, there's that. There's you must have that 21-year-old age gap. There's also age limits. I guess past 65.
It's 65. It's actually
65
25 to 65. Yeah.
Exactly, 25 to 65. So,
Kama
It's long
Easy
gone.
and Joe, easy
I'm
and Joe.
very sorry. The
It's long
provision.
But isn't 65 pia way too far, man?
Actually, I think no, 65. I can only
Depends.
tell you ni I think walieka 65 kwenda juu. Unajua from there hadi wewe mwenyewe lazima msa kuangalie, lazima msa kuchunge, but from 65 people retire at 60. From the time we retire to the time 5 years later, bado watu wako na a bit of energy. Parents wako really healthy for their nini. Na wanakaa really young for the age they can like. Hadi mimi siwezi sema miaka.
But wanakaribia huko.
Nani wazazi wangu? I showed you my parents.
No, you've never.
I've never actually.
But najua tu your dad, mimi ni fan wangu mkubwa. The way he keep on saying
Ni juho na ni misgender.
No.
Huyu msichana ni him. In this
Nyiha's-
era,
Nyiha's
this
dad-
era.
Nyiha's dad, I swear, Nyiha ananichukulianga kaa bro, namchukulianga kaa bro. Sasa hata
He always wanted a son.
she always wanted a bro.
Just
like me.
Wewe unajua tu brothers, hata wacha nisiongelele hiyo mambo.
You have two brothers.
Na the kwanza one is so tall. Mnaambia mkienda wapi?
Collins, you have siblings,
Mimi niko tu.
Yeah,
I'm the last
sister.
one.
So you have
but you have like brothers and stuff.
No, actually tuko tu wawili. It's only me and my brother. But
Oh yeah.
my brother ni mkubwa, so kotu ni
So acha tu nikwambie from personal experience, appreciate Mungu. At least you have a sister ama brother yako ni too old.
uko tu hivyo peke yako.
I have 3 brothers. Kwanza go like sijui birthdays za watu na the ages, but I can estimate from the older one to the younger one. The older one ako like 29, 30. Life is getting serious for him right now. It's getting tough, sir.
How are you 30?
So him, and then the second one was like 25. There's me, alafu my younger brother.
Utuambie hapo.
Young
Ako hapo katikati.
me. Oh, sema tu basi kako 30. I'm there. Lakini I'm still a young boy, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm not a man. I'm just a
17 you're still a young boy.
yeah, I'm still a young boy. Ndio nimeturn 18 last year ndo nikaingia shule.
Sisi naona si watu 5 tunatuita wamama.
I'm still using ID yenye si yangu kwa namba.
Kwa M-Pesa.
Ukinitumia M-Pesa jina si yangu.
Naanza kushanga.
Nasoma David Omondi.
Unashangaa Otieno.
Kumbuka sijasahau Christine.
Lakini at least tuna relate to what.
Christine Kageha ya nakupenda sana Mayuko. She just mentioned it, nakupenda sana.
Naongea na yangu ni David.
But from a person when like kuishi na full brothers, it's tough, man. I wish ningekuwa na sister. I can't.
You only have brothers.
I have brothers.
Yeah, I only have a bro, man. I just said it. But
that's
I've
what
grown
for
up
it.
with my cousins, so they're more of my sisters. So we grew up now. So me, nasemanga niko na my sisters. It's more of me now. We just blame na sasa sisi ni my sisters.
Me, I don't have that. Me, I have beef with my family. I have beef, like real beef with my cousin. I say we're no family. That's what let's go back to everyone. Sorry.
To adoption. It's
You like our
okay.
story
It's
as
a
queen.
very
Yeah.
fun moment. So yeah, basically kuna rats like the age. There's also conditions. You just don't adopt someone and go. You have to live in Kenya for 3 months because we don't know what your motives are. People are so wicked. Like I guess I don't know. We should get like a true crime section or someone should start doing that. We can maybe dissect their cases. It's very disheartening what people can do to children, and children are like, that's a level of innocence. I even miss it. Like sometimes nakanga tu nashanga hizi tabia gani nimetekelea.
I was just texting the other day nikisema I miss my infancy, man.
I want to be 4 again.
I miss my infancy,
I
bro.
play ball at the 7.
Yeah.
I do it again.
Bro, I don't have to read cases. I'm just there chilling.
What do you mean
at
at case? Like what do you mean at
I don't know money wekesa.
Yeah,
Money
bro.
wekesa.
I just miss. I actually texted the other day. I just miss my infancy so much, man. As in hakuna stress, hakuna hata sijui Ruto ni nani, sijui nasikia ngatu wazazi wao complain.
Unacheza tu.
Unaiba phone unacheza game, go back to life, man.
But yeah, okay. Let me share my personal experience of not personally per se, but from my research that I did. So there's this favorite documentary channel that I watch. So this is a dark side of now adoption. So it's South Korea. It is the leading country that does adoption apparently. In South Korea, they do 75% adoption. Now, kulikuwa na ile kesi yenye people are being adopted but against their will. So it's more of black market, same as in black market. What do you mean? Someone was adopted 30 years ago, alikuwa adopted in US. Then amefika 30 years, wazazi wako wanamwambia we're not your parents, na you need to find your parents. Ile unaachwa completely. Leave alone that kuna some kids pia anakuwa adopted akishakuwa mkubwa anajirealize, anaambiwa you're not your parents, you need to start tracing your parents. So many people are struggling to find their roots due adoption imekuwa rampant sana in South Korea. It's more of an economic activity. So many people anafika age ya Nyiha ndio na realize, bro, these are not my parents. Na parents wako when you umeshajua these are my parents, wanakuacha literally. So people are struggling kutafuta their roots and stuff. It's so costly, ndio utafuta investigator mwenye ataenda trace roots zako nini and those other nitty-gritties for you to at least find your roots. It's so heartbroken. But that is North Korea and South Korea. I mean, in Kenya, I've not really come across such cases, but I'm sure they are. Vile tu Nyiha amesema, you know, ukiadopt mtoto, and actually one key point ya kunote Nyiha, kuna ile age limit yenye mtoto lazima ako 6 months at least.
Yeah, by the way.
But 6 months, the kid is still infant. Ajui anything literally. So sometimes ukichukua mtoto isikuwe ati you now start regretting, what did I take Nyiha as my adopted kid?
You should like treat them. I can imagine.
Don't do it for fun.
Yeah, it should.
Don't do it for your benefit.
I can imagine how someone can feel like after when, let's say, they mistreat you, because like let's say they have their own kids, then you're like mistreated because you're adopted. I can't even imagine the emotional anguish that comes with that. This enforcers of this particular aspect of law dealing with children, it's a very hard I think it's a very, very, very hard task. Nani, a place where you have to actually be passionate about your job, because there's a lot of emotions involved.
Yeah,
there's a lot of you're supposed to do some straight thinking, some analytical thinking to vet those people. They're actually vetted. There's a whole process about it, because you just can't give
that's why people who cannot, kuna and some people kuna if you have a criminal record, defilement ways
it's not
you
have a motive already for
shajua
that will be like, so I don't even know what kind of grievous mistake it will be like. Do you Innocent, give us your take on
the
adoption?
Na kaushaona mtu amekuwa adopted, how do you relate that with you now being raised na parents wako na yeye being raised na parents adopt?
Unajua in country watu wana get adopted even without the legal process kwenda si unafaa make an application, utapewa an order from the high court, and then unafuata and then the kid actually wanakuwa unaweza enda you change the birth certificate and then so from experience yangu, my little brother see my brother by blood, not like direct blood. You and my cousin, but my uncle passed away, and then my aunt passed away akiwa very young. Mine passed away 2015, nilikuwa class 5. Kumbuka she passed away, so alikuwa anamraise peke yake, and then my uncle got another wife, but those come we stay, but not to put his business like but the kid the main focus. So practically he's my brother. He can't push him but without the actual process. So hadi me kuongelea this inanifanya ni think that we really need to educate people out there that unaweza chukua si kuna kinship adoption. You can
Yeah.
take
Hizo types by the
yes, kuna hiyo type ya kinship, so hadi us as a family we can go out there to find the legal process to change my little brother officially birth certificate and everything. Though hadi if he grows up, you tell him, yeah, I know you remember your dad, he passed away, but he calls my mom, dad, I mean, grow up, you know, we kind of for like 3-4 years, so he's practically two families. My brother, he's a cousin ever. I love him so much, namtetea. And so for us, I think we need to educate more people about adoption. Though, kama wanachukua cousins wao from other families and easily, maybe the parents aren't there, the parents maybe alikufa ama alienda, you just take them in, and then you do the due legal process, and then you adopt them formally. Though if somewhere when somebody is in trouble, you just this is my kid, doing the documentation.
I think that makes sense. Again, for adoption, we could say more and more, just like other stuff, but due to time constraints, we are unable to do that. However, leo tumekuwa na a very educative session on our Hot of the Bench. Tunawacha na swali moja tukiuliza, what's the next step? Will Kimani Chungwa still remain there? Anyway, that's controversial. Nyiha atanimeza nikiita hiyo jina. Jina into April. Number 2, tumongelea about the corruption in recruitment process ya police. Nauliza, does corruption start at the hiring stage? And then number 3, do you know the laws that regulate adoption in Kenya? Do you have any person who amekuwa adopted, and how do you relate the fact that umekuwa raised na parents who are your biological parents, and then umekuwa raised na parents who adopted them? That is it for today. Nyiha, your final words. But let me big up my caretaker, my biggest fan. Mimi nakupenda mazi. Hata alisema
umetuchokesha. Caretaker mambo gani?
Mimi caretaker bwana nataka kujua sheria. So yeah, big up tu sana. My dad, my biggest supporter man, Mr. Edward. Mazi mimi nakupenda tu sana, my biggest supporter after pata niambia. Mbona hujanyoa nywele but tulia.
Just finish.
Man, anyway, so your last words.
Sijui kwanza I sing the will you be my Valentine.
I can give you guys the moment
Acha niambie kitu. In the next 30 seconds. Sio dizia mimi nitaka to fall in love.
Boy Collins, ni my words. Wewe ulishasema za kusema stories za love. Either way, it's been a very, very, very exciting show. Mambo ya love inanikasikia. Nairobi. In the words of, she's called Bruno. Nairobi. Hey! Nikikumbuka nishailia class ya INS.
Mbona? Jopenzi.
Nilikuwa nini present kuhusu marriage. Na kati mimi nasoma hiyo nini. I have a friend called Jamila. I had a friend called, my friend was, Adi alikuwa so worried. Like, since we joined, she has never seen me cry. Hiyo siku machozi ilikuwa inatoka tu voluntarily. I sat in a corner. I'll never forget. I sat in a corner in INS class. Your room, yeah.
You never told me that, Mona.
That was one of my darkest moments.
Keep your secret.
Mimi najonga tu Nyiha kuzingilisha ni hizi vitu zingine. I won't mention
hakuna
it today.
kingine za nilisha mimi hadi I'm a new woman by the way. Woman of steel. Mwanamke bomba.
Anyway, your final words.
My final words are today was a very exciting show. We've learned a lot. It's basically we are learning. We're just even as we're in the process of learning, and it's very, very, very refreshing sharing things. We get to know nuggets here and there about the law with you guys. Thank you for being our supporters. I thank everyone who is watching this, who is subscribing. You when you just subscribe, kindly subscribe. And I wish you, our viewers, a very pleasant time. Now, see, education to Mwananchi.
Yeah, man.
Vote come 2027. Just vote. Hata sijui nani, and look at the people. Na mkiangalia watu, please even go and look at their character. Character says a lot about a person. Yeah, and before I finish, our guest today has been very honest. Ngali ni bambuko alisema he did it for the man. I endorse innocent for president.
Yeah.
Such honesty is what we need.
Yeah.
So bye guys. So
you have 30 seconds on the shout out whatever you want to shout out.
So first nataka tu kushukuru. It's a really great opportunity. It's a late lakini it's amazing.
It's so much okay.
So thank you for the opportunity in my first time coming here. I really enjoy this. More than I thought I enjoy. Hopefully I come back.
Yeah.
We talk to you guys.
Anytime, man.
Maybe I'll be here. Nitakuwa na mnanionaona kwa hizi camera.
Anytime.
So I just thank God and we pray that nipate more opportunities like this. Na shout out to the woman of God out there kwa maisha yangu. Mama mzazi. Someone else called Susan Mumbe. Really grateful for her support through all of this. Yeah, I'm not trying to like throw bullets at you.
Man.
I'm just saying.
You know, I want to be like when I grew up.
Man.
Susan,
he inspires me.
So
he inspires.
Alinileta actually. Hapa nje. So
usinijamishe
hey, that camera over there. If you see the video, man, thank you so much for the support, for everything. You guys out there, I'm going to have a good day, and remember to seek the Lord in all you do. Everything is a blessing in life. Now, you take it day by day, and if you seek His presence, you don't have to worry about anything. That I'm personally living life young right now. I've been seeking the Lord. Now, His presence, the one I feel in make a good day feel better. So thank you for the opportunity.
That's interesting, man. That's so powerful. Maze, thanks for talking. I really appreciate here. So many opportunities to come. You always come more and more. That's it for today, guys. Please subscribe. And that's it. Tutaonana tena. Bye bye. Until next time.